All right, first off, I hope this person is no longer your best friend, because they're definitely not your best friend. So you shouldn't be referring to them anymore as your best friend, because if they're your best friend and they slept with your husband, that's not a best friend. That is just another affair partner. That is just another betrayal. That's just another person that's hurt you incredibly by not being a friend at all. That's betrayal at its finest. So just make sure, first off, make sure, okay? And then the other aspect is, how can they hurt good people? You know, I hear this question a lot, and the thought behind it is, hey, a good person shouldn't get hurt, or a good person shouldn't have this bad stuff done to them. And it implies the aspect that because you're a good person, that this other person shouldn't do something to you. Well, the thing is, you're thinking about it so different than the narcissist is thinking about it, because you're implying the aspect of, hey, I'm good, so you shouldn't be hurting me. Okay, that implies that there's morals there. That implies that there's common decency. That implies that you are on the same plane moralistically as the narcissist, and that's just not true. A narcissist doesn't look at another person and say, oh, you're a good person, I shouldn't hurt you. No, they look at the other person, they say, hey, you're a person, I can use you for my own benefit. So the fact that you're a good person or a bad person doesn't matter to a narcissist. And a lot of people need to hear that. A lot of people need to understand, like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're a saint or a sinner, if you're a good person or if you're an awful person, the narcissist doesn't care. You need to understand that. A lot of people struggle with the idea of, how can this person hurt a good person? The reality is, in order to continue with that line of logic, you have to have both parties sitting on the aspect that good people shouldn't get hurt. The narcissist doesn't have that moralistic thought process of good people shouldn't get hurt, because they don't care about the other person. All they care about is themselves. So if the other person is good or bad, it doesn't really matter to the narcissist at all.